Hi guys, welcome back to another Warmachine unboxing video. This is the two-player starter set that comes with the Khador and the Cygnar side. I did want to buy this earlier on in my Warmachine Mark IV journey, and I couldn't get it anywhere. And I was playing a game with one of the lads, and it was our first game of Mark IV, and we were chatting about it, and he said he'd go Khador and I'd go Cygnar. And we looked it up, and while we were playing our first game, the Warmachine Wednesday update came out that these were being sold separately, and that was the end of this set. But one of the other lads managed to get it for me from America, so ordered it on Amazon. It took like 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get here, but a little bit battered, don't mind that. I'm not going to be keeping the box, I'm more interested on what's inside. So I'm going to be keeping the Gravedigger side, or the Cygnar side, because of all the Gravedigger stuff that was on my mini factory, and it kind of gives me a little bit of a battle box. I think it's a 30 point list, whatever the 30 point list is called. I'll have to look that up to start off in. And also one of the lads is taking this because he wants to use some of these aspects in Old Umbre. I'm pretty sure Razor can be used with the caster as a junior in Old Umbre, but I'm not 100% sure. So cellophane off. Got some cool art here in the background. I think this is Deuce. I'm actually looking forward to painting him up. Not that I painted any of my Cygnar stuff fully yet, but yeah, let's see what we got here. Probably not a good start seeing that. And my cool poster is ripped. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. Okay, so Khador, the looks of it is intact. Now remember, this did come from America to Ireland, so it probably got battered on the way in. We have what I imagine is shallow water or swamp, and then 4 wall sections, and I'm pretty sure these wall sections are smaller than the ones that come on the My Mini Factory Tribe subscription, but still, it's extra terrain, why not? Helps me flush out things a little bit, flush out the collection for game. I don't know where them 2 pieces. Okay, here we go. That's one of them. One of them is off Deuce. Okay, I'm just trying to identify where the 2 bits came from. So that's likely his main chassis. And then what is this? Not sure what that is. I'm sure I'll find out when I'm starting to build these guys. Okay, so you get your bases. 2 large, so that's for the 2 jacks, and then an assortment of 40 and 30mm bases, which is fine. And then we'll start off with this sprue here, which is the Khador sprue. So it looks like we've got a couple of bits and bobs in here. That's the caster. Now I'm not 100% sure on what the loadout is in this, what you get model wise. I don't think it has it on the box either. Nope. Okay, figure that bit out after. So we've got some RPG shells in a backpack here. It's pretty nice. Very nice smoke effect over here. I'll just zoom this in. We've got the Khador riot shield, and we've an assortment of guns here. So we've an RPG shell getting fired out of the RPG itself. The rocket launcher is actually pretty nice. It's got some wooden aspects on it. Ammo feed for the Gatling gun, pretty nice. Khador shoulder pads. Some sort of, that's a mask there. That's one of their gas masks. We've got some more bullet fired effects. Stuff looks great. I think this was one of the first kits that Steamforged, and there's another bit is after coming off of something else. Steamforged done in the hips plastic, and it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. This is Deuce as far as I'm aware, and it looks like the sprue literally, no, okay, we've got some humanoid parts here. So Deuce's gun is huge. It's actually pretty big, looks great. He's got his big fist there. That's going to be the back of That bit is the back of this bit, which is his big knuckle duster dagger thing. That's his head, shoulder pads. That's the top of his carapace. He's got a little 2 symbol on it. His legs, his torso, and then I imagine what the rest of these sections make up is Kane, because we have his billowing cloak here. We have 2 mage lock pistols, potentially a third as an option with firing a magical effect. And we have legs, arms, that's his head there. Now, I think he has a beard, but with the way the light is catching it, he just looks like the big Chad meme. Okay. Cool. And then we have, I think this is the Black 13th. So I'm counting 3 main components. Yeah, look, you've got a sniper rifle there. We should have some sort of shotgun blunderbuss thing. Yeah, that's that one there, I'd say. And then we've got some mage lock pistols. Very nice. In the dagger, I think you might get options on these. Some pretty nice Cygnar shoulder pads. I'm loving the cloaks. Nice and fluid. Once they go together okay, we'll be laughing. They'll look great once they're painted up. Lovely bit of kit. Nice, this is another Khador sprue, so we've got 2 more Khador riot shields. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 axes, and only one of them is in a hand. Okay, so the axe and the knife I believe are off the caster. Got some Khador shoulder pads, torso's legs, little gas mask thing there. Some sort of drum mag pistol. I think that's a grenade launcher there, and it's got wooden like casing design on it, which is really nice. Okay, and then the last sprue makes up Razor, who's an absolute beast. I love this shield. It's so like Gears of War or something like that's the chain blade off the fist there, which would make an interesting spine for something mechanical if you were converting it up. So he's got 2 smokestacks. I do believe these blade things are going to slot in here on the shield. Got his main torso, shoulders. Could be smokestacks or smoke grenade launchers. Got his big gun. Okay, that's probably the arm that goes onto the shield. You got leg, back of the power pack, massive ammo mag, and then a small little growling head, and that's the top of his torso. I did print up because I only got this a couple of weeks ago. I did print up at the start of July. That's how long I've had this thing actually. The first Old Umbre, my mini factory tribe basin pack that we got, I printed them up for these guys, and I printed up a couple of the trencher ones or the gravedigger ones, not trenchers, for the Cygnar, because that's what I done with the rest of the Cygnar stuff I have. I'm gonna go and get these built, but in the meantime let's flick to the laptop and we can have a look at the cards. Alright guys, welcome back to the laptop. So going through the cards now for the models we were just having a look at. Starting off with the Gravediggers, we have Major Alistair Kane, who is the Cygnar Warcaster. So okay, so Kane is a Cygnar Gun Mage, Hellslinger, Cadre, Warcaster. He's got 15 boxes, and he's a character, so obviously you can only take one of them. It's Kane 4 at this stage. So you're looking at 30mm base, Pathfinder, and he's got the pistol quality. No, gunfire. Pretty sure that's gunfire. Yeah, gunfire. Cool. So when he's making an attack, he doesn't have to target the model he's engaged with, if he's engaged. A shooting attack, sorry. He's coming in at speed 7, arcane 6, magic 6, rat 9, def 17 is mental, but it is armor 13, so if you break that def, he's going to take some serious damage on most things. He's got an arc of 6 and a control of 12, and then he comes with a couple of special rules himself. So he's got evasive. When this model is hit by an enemy ranged attack, immediately after the attack is resolved, this model can advance up to 2 inches, which is nice. Field martial evasive, so he's giving it to the Warjacks in his battle group, which is great. He comes with headshot. Models disabled by a range attack made by this model cannot make a tough roll. Models destroyed by a range attack made by this model are removed from play. So that's great into anything that has tough. So Dusk, Trolls, Brimkin. There's a good bit there that you're going to be removing with him. Obviously, you want him to be pretty safe with his def 17, but if they get through that, he's probably going to die. So hopefully he's got good range on it. And he comes with leadership gun mage. Sorry, while within 10 inches of this model, friendly gun mage. Why can't I talk? Leadership gun mage. While within 10 inches of this model, friendly gun mage models gain headshot, which is pretty good because I'm fairly sure the Black 13 count as gun mages. He comes with 2 Spellstorm pistols that have the pistol quality, so they can fire in combat and ignore the modifier for being in combat. They are magical. Rat 9. I think this is the first time I've seen Rat 9 on a model, but it's Kane, so I understand. Range 12, rate of fire 1, and pow 12. And then he has an attack type. So each time this weapon is used to make an attack, choose one of the following special rules. Heartseeker. Gain an additional die on the damage rolls resulting from this attack. Discard the lowest die in each roll. Okay, so it's Manifest Destiny, pretty much. Thunderbolt. Enemy models hit are pushed D3 inches directly away from the attacking model. On a critical hit, the enemy model becomes knocked down after being pushed. Witchmark. If this attack hits an enemy model during this model's activation, until the end of that activation, this model can target and automatically hit that model with spells, ignoring range and line of sight. So you could hit someone with a Witchmark thing, and then your spells just land, and that's it. Like, that's crazy. Reload 1. This model can spend 1 focus or fury point to make 1 additional range attack with this weapon during its combat action. So you could Thunderbolt someone off an objective, then you could reload for 1, Witchmark them, and then drop a spell on them as well, which is pretty nice depending on what spells he has available to him. Okay, so feat. Arcane Conflagration. While in Kane's control range, friendly gun mage and friendly faction warjack models ranged weapons gain blessed, damage type magical, and +2 power. When a friendly faction model makes an attack with a weapon with attack types while in Kane's control range, that model can choose 2 special rules instead of 1. Arcane Conflagration lasts for 1 turn. So he's going to be power 14, and you're going to be picking 2 of these. So you're probably going to go Heartseeker and Thunderbolt, then do a reload, and you can go Heartseeker and Witchmark. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of options there. So with having 2 pistols, if he's a couple of focus on him, you can get 4 shots off a turn, which is pretty decent. He's got 2 spell slots, 2 rack spell slots, and he's coming with Calamity. Target enemy model or unit suffers -2 def and arm. That's an Arcane 6, cost 3, range 10. Won't matter if you've hit him with the Witchmark, and it's an upkeep. Heightened Reflexes is an Arcane 6, cost 1, range 8, and duration is round. It's not an offensive. Heightened Reflexes. Target friendly model cannot be knocked down or made stationary for 1 round. Okay, so you can throw that onto your own guys. Teleport. Place a spellcast. Arcane 6, cost 2, range self. It's not offensive. Teleport. Place a spellcaster anywhere completely within 6 inches of its current location, then its activation ends. Okay, so the fact that it's ending your activation means I was imagining you could literally shoot something with Witchmark, teleport away, and then just drop a Calamity on it, but no. Okay. So yeah, I'm liking Kane. I'm glad I have him. But moving on then, I'm just going to go through the cards on them. I'm not going to do any list tailoring or list building with Cygnar because this is my first time reading Cygnar cards for Mark 4. So then we come with Deuce, the Warjack. So Deuce is a Cygnar Hellslinger Cadre Heavy Warjack. He is a character, so you can only have 1 of them, and he comes in at a cost of 17 points. So he's got 30 boxes, left arm, right arm, movement, and cortex, so nothing major there. He comes on a large base. He can trample, make power attacks. He can headbutt. He is a construct, and he has dual attack, which is pretty nice. So speed 6, mat 7, rat 7, def 13, arm 18. So his stats are almost the reverse of Kane's. So Accumulator Gun Mage, when this model begins its activation within 3 inches of one or more friendly Gun Mage models, this model gains 1 focus point. So just starting him off beside Kane or one of the Black 13th or another Gun Mage model, you're up to 2 focus from power up and all, which is pretty nice. So he's kind of self-sufficient nearly. Repo 3, at the end of this model's unit or unit's activation, which it did not run or fail a charge, this model can advance up to 3 inches, then its activation ends, and it comes with True Sight. This model ignores cloud effects when determining line of sight. This model also ignores stealth. So he's coming in with a Spellstorm cannon on his left arm, which has the pistol quality and magical. Rat 7, range 12, rate of fire 1, and power 14. So, again, this has an attack type, so on Kane's Feet Torn, that's going to be power 16, and you're picking 2 of these, which is going to be absolutely mental. So, attack types, we have Beatback. Immediately after a basic attack with this weapon is resolved, during this model's combat action, the enemy model hit can be pushed 1 inch directly away from the attacking model. After the enemy model is pushed, the attacking model can advance up to 1 inch directly toward it. Blast, this weapon becomes AoE 2, power 12 or 6 for this attack. So if I'm not mistaken, on their feet that would be 14A on the blast then, and then the decrepitation. This weapon gains additional dying damage rolls against construct and undead models. There's a lot of undead models. So depending on what you're shooting into on feet torn, you're either going to be using blast and decrepitation to absolutely obliterate a unit, or you're going to be using beatback and decrepitation to get extra damage. It does have powerful attack, so when attacking with this weapon, this model can spend 1 focus point to boost all attack and damage rolls to the attack, so that's good. And reload 1, this model can spend 1 focus of fury points to make 1 additional range attack with this weapon during its combat action. So for 3 focus, he's getting 2 fully boosted shots, and on feet torn, that's potentially 2 power 16s, which have the either beatback, decrepitation, or blast qualities, so that's really good. And he has a crescent blade, so that's his knuckle duster I was talking about, on his right arm. It's a mat 7, range 1, pow 15 melee weapon. It's an open fist, it is magical, and it gives him +1 armor, so he's up to arm 19 when that left or the right arm is still intact. Okay, and then after Deuce we have Captain Bastian Falk. He is a solo. Okay, I thought this guy was actually part of the Black 13th. So Captain Bastian Falk is a Cygnar Gun Mage, a Hellslinger Cadre solo. He is a character and will cost you 4 points. He's got 8 boxes. So he has... Is that Disrupt? No, Ambush, sorry. Okay, so he's a 30mm base, so small base, Pathfinder, dual attack. He's able to ambush, or if you're not ambushing him in from the side of the table, he has advanced deploy. Speed 6, Mat 6, Rat 7, Def 15 is pretty high, and Armor 12, so you're still, if that Def gets broke, your victim stats. Leadership Gun Mages, while within 10 inches of this model, friendly Gun Mage models gain Reciprocate. He comes with Prowl, so when this model has concealment, it gains stealth, and then Reciprocate. When it is missed by an enemy range attack, immediately after the attack resolved, this model can make 1 basic range attack targeting the attacking model. So if I'm not mistaken, Kane is a Gun Mage. Yep. So this guy can give Kane, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'll have to double check this with someone who's a bit more rules lawyer educated than I am, but he can basically give Kane, if you shoot me, I shoot you back, which is mental. Run and gun then, at the end of its activation, if this model destroyed 1 or more enemy models with range attacks that activation, it can make a full advance. So if you go up and just obliterate someone with the Mage Lock scatter gun, it's not a shotgun, you can basically dip out 6 inches. Just great. So his range attack is the Mage Lock Scatter Gun. It has the pistol and magical qualities. It is a Rat 7, Spray 8, Rate of Fire 1, Pow 12 gun. And it comes with 3 different attack types. So again, Kane's Feet Torn, you're going to get to pick 2 of these. So Banish, when the enemy, when this weapon damages an enemy non-leader model, immediately after the attack is resolved, you can place the enemy model anywhere completely within 1 inch of its current location. So there's a lot of movement shenanigans you can buff up onto your weapons, especially if you're going with the Feet Torn. You can double up on some things. You can give it extra damage and stuff like that, but you are going to be getting a lot of movement every turn if you can land shots at these guys. Decrepitation, then this weapon gains additional die on damage rolls against construct and undead models. And then Incendiary, the attack causes fire damage, and models hit suffer the fire continuous effect. So if someone shoots you, you shoot them back, and you get to pick one of these. I mean, you could, if someone shot at you and you shot them back and set them on fire, I'd be pretty annoyed. And then he has a melee sword, which is mat 6, range 1, pow 10. So basic melee sword there. And then the unit that you get as a character unit is the Black 13th. So let's just go down here. Okay. So Cygnar, Gunmage, Hellslinger, Cadre unit. We have Ryan, Watts, and Glover, and it's a 9-point cost character unit. So you're only running one unit of these guys, and they've all got 8 boxes. So this is Ryan 3. She comes with it on a small base. She has Pathfinder, she has Gunfighter, she has Dual Attack and Advanced Deploy. So she is Speed 6, Mat 6, Rat 7, Def 15, Arm 12. So again, high def victim armor. And then she is granted Prey. While this model is in play, models in this unit gain Prey after deployment, but before the first player's turn. Choose an enemy model or unit to be this unit's Prey. Model with Prey gains +2 to attack and damage rolls against its prey. When the prey is destroyed or removed from play, choose another model or unit to be the prey. So on feat turn, if you can get these guys up to their prey target, they're going to be basically +4 damage on their shooting attacks, which has them up to power 14 without anything else. She also comes with Prowl. While this model has concealment, it gains Prowl. So weapons then, she comes with 2 mage lock pistols. So we have Rat 7, sorry, it is a pistol quality and magical weapon. Rat 7, range 10, rate of fire 1, and power 10 base. And then again, you're picking an attack type. So she comes with brutal damage. On a direct hit, gain additional die in this weapon's damage rolls against the target directly hit. So you're boosted power 12 if it's a prey target. And you're also up to Rat 9, technically. Enemy models hit Thunderbolt, enemy models hit are pushed D3 inches directly away from the attacking model. On a critical hit, the enemy model becomes knocked down after being pushed, so you can clear off some flags or objectives. Thunderbolt, enemy models hit are pushed. Oh, sorry, I read that one. Shadowfire, a model hit by this attack does not block line of sight for 1 turn. I mean, if there's a Warjack or something else in front of a caster and you're trying to get an assassination off, you hit them with this, and all of a sudden they don't block line of sight to your jacks and everything else that needs to shoot the caster. And then this is something I haven't seen before, which is Chain Attack Mage Storm. I haven't seen Chain Attack on Mark 4 yet. If this model hits the same model with both its initial attacks with this weapon, you can choose to center a cloud effect template on the model hit. The template is a hazard that remains in play for 1 round. A model entering or ending its activation in the template suffers a POW 12 fire damage roll. So if you hit, basically throw prey out, fire both your pistols into the same model, hit both of them, you get chain attack, you're putting a POW 12 fire cloud on them that remains in play for 1 round. I mean, you should be able to do that with Rat 9s, unless you're rolling double ones and missing. But yeah, very interesting model there. She comes with gun blades by 2, mat 6, range 1, POW 8. These aren't melee guys, they're shooting guys. So we have Watts 3. It says Watts with 2 T's there and only Watts at 1 T here. Interesting. That's going to bug me. Small base, Pathfinder, Gunfighter, Dual Attack and Advanced Deploy again. So you're looking at the same stats. Speed 6, Mat 6, Rat 7, Def 15, Armor 12. So he is granted the unit Repo 3, and he also has Concealment, so he gains Stealth. So he has the Mage Lock Rifle, which is basically the sniper rifle looking thing. It's a magical weapon with Rat 7, range 14, rate of fire 1, POW 10. So attack type, he has 3 attack types as well. Black Penny, this attack ignores the target and melee death bonus. Situational, but very good tool to have in case you need to take out a solo or something else that's been engaged. You can basically ignore that, +4 death in combat. Blast, the weapon becomes AoE 2, POW 12, blast damage 6 for this attack, or brutal damage on direct hit, gain additional die in this weapon's damage rolls against the target directly hit. So it's range 14, you're throwing shots downfield, Against prey and feature, you're up to power 14, brutal damage for an extra dice. You should be able to get some damage done on that. And he has a rifle butt melee attack, which is mat 6, range 1, power 6. And then the final member of the team is Glover 1. So he is a small base model with a Pathfinder, Gunfighter, dual attack, and advanced deploy, and stats are the same: speed 6, mat 6, rat 7, def 15, arm 12, so it's all the same across the board. But he is granting the unit True Sight. While this model is in play, models in the unit gain True Sight. Models with True Sight ignore cloud effects on terminal line of sight, and they also ignore stealth. He has Prowl, so if he gets concealment, he gains stealth. That's pretty good. Okay, so he has the dual mage lock. Now, it says dual, but it's only got one here, so I imagine it's a twin-barreled gun or something. He has the gunfighter and magical quality. He is rat 7, range 10, rate of fire 2. Okay, power 10. Again, you've got 3 attack types. You've got Black Penny, ignore the target and melee death bonus, brutal damage, direct hit gain additional die. And then Momentum, a small or medium base model directly hit by this attack is slammed d3 inches directly away from the model. The power of collateral damage is equal to the power of this weapon. In addition to suffering a normal damage roll, large base models hit by this attack become knocked down. So you have a good toolbox of bits and bobs in here to use. He does have a star attack, which is called Both Barrels. This model gains plus 4 to the damage roll for this attack. The model cannot make additional range attacks with this weapon during activation, which it makes a Both Barrels attack. So you could buff yourself up to power 14. Against prey, you're up to 16. Feet torn up to 18. And then you throw brutal damage on that to get an extra die in the weapon's damage rolls. I mean, that's alright. That's power 18. You're hitting heavies at -1, -2 damage. Do you know what I mean? And it's boosted. So you should be able to do a good bit of damage with him. And then he just has a trench knife, which is mat 6, range 1, pound 9. So Cygnar side is actually quite interesting. Has me excited to actually play Cygnar. But moving on, we're going to have a look at the Khador side now with Captain Zahara Vilkel. So the Winter Core, I hope, is the right one. Yeah. So Captain Zahara Vilkel, Khador, SKS 6 Cadre Warcaster. Field allowance character, so obviously you can only take one. You're looking at 17 boxes, and then Vilkel 1. So because of the gas masks and stuff that these guys have, and the 3-man character unit, I can't remember the name of. I was calling them the War Dogs. It's the Hounds. They have immunity to some effects. So Vilkel 1 is speed 7. She's got magic 6. Mat 7, Rat 7, Def 16, Arm 15, which is pretty solid stats, Arcane 6, and Control 12. She's a small base, she's unstoppable, she's tough, she's immune to fire and corrosion. She has Pathfinder and dual attack. So she comes with the following rules. Alchemical Mass. This model does not suffer gas effects. When the terminal line of sight or resolving attacks, this model ignores cloud effects and concealment granted from cloud effects. So if you had your Black 13 sitting in a cloud effect, gaining stealth, she would actually ignore the concealment bonus. Interesting. Field Marshal Prel. Cohort models in this battle group gain Prel, which is very good. Prel, while this model has concealment, to gain stealth. Wise, if this model is knocked down at the beginning of your maintenance phase, it stands up. So if you tough on a failed assassination run, you just stand back up at the end of it, which is great. And then she has takedown. Models disabled by a melee attack made by this weapon cannot make a tough roll. Models boxed by a melee attack made by this model are removed from play. So she has a Thrown Axe range attack, which is a pistol magical quality weapon. It's rat 7, range 8, rate of fire 1, and power 13. And then she has 2 types of attacks she can add to that. So Eruption of Ash on a direct hit when a model is boxed by an attack made with this weapon. Center a 3-inch cloud effect on the box model and then remove that model from play. The template is a hazard that remains in play for 1 round. Enemy models entering or ending their activations in the template suffer a POW 12 fire damage roll. So she can basically nuke a warrior model with this and throw a cloud up because of it. And the other one she has then is Ward Breaker. When resolving this attack, this weapon gains Blessed. which could come in handy. You don't know. She does have dual attack, so it might be of use. She has the Mechanica Axe, which she is a magical weapon master with. She is Mat 7, range 1, power 13, and she has both Eruption of Ash and Ward Breaker on this as well. So, charging Weapon Master with Blessed Magical, you're probably killing most things with her, I'd say. I haven't even looked at her spells yet. Combat Knife is her other melee attack, which is also a Weapon Master magical attack. Mat 7, range 1, power 10. And then her feat is Pile of Ashes, so place D3 plus 3 Cloud effect template anywhere completely within Vilkul's control range. While in the templates, friendly faction models gain Pathfinder and can move through obstructions and other models if they have enough movement to move completely past them. While in the template, living models suffer -2 death, -2 to attack rolls, and lose tough unless they can ignore gas effects. Pile of Ashes lasts 1 round. Very interesting way of getting your models through forests and stuff like that. They can just throw a cloud down onto it on feet and go, oh, I can just walk through here. That's crazy. She has 3 spell slots, and she comes with Cold Front, which is an Arcane 6 cost 1 self. It's a turn duration and it's not offensive. So Cold Front, the spellcaster gains Chiller for 1 turn. While within 2 inches of a model with Chiller, enemy models without resistance cold suffer -2 death. So she can put that on herself, charge into something, drop the death on it, and make it easier for her to hit it on herself. Cyclone then is another one. Arcane 6, cost 2, range self. It's not an offensive spell. Cyclone spellcaster immediately makes a full advance. At the end of this movement, the spellcaster make 1 basic melee attack against each model in its line of sight that's in its melee range. Cyclone can be cast only once per activation. That's very interesting. So I'd have to double check the rules on charging. But if you charged in, because you can cast a spell at any time in your activation, you charge in, do your melee attack, don't take your second initial, cast this. She has unstoppable, so you won't lose the you won't lose your melee attack. So you could basically charge into a jack, cast this. Okay, so smack the jack. Why not? Get the damage in there. Charge past the jack into a unit and just blitz everything around you with a weapon master attack. That is crazy. Especially if she can get your caster or anything around your caster, she's going to be doing some damage. Khador isn't really my thing, but I like the way I can see lists building with her. And then we have Razor. So Razor is the character jack. Khador, SKS 6, Cadre Heavy Warjack, coming in at 18 points, and he is a character. So he's got 30 boxes in your standard left arm, movement, cortex, and right arm. He's got a rake of status effects here. So he's a large base. He can trample and make power attacks. He's immune to fire and corrosion. He has Pathfinder. He can make headbutt attacks. He has dual attack, and he is a construct. So he's speed 5, so a little bit slower now because Khador Jacks are pretty heavy. Mat 7, Rat 6, Def 11 because he's a big hulking guy, and he's got Arm 19. He has Anchor. Friendly warrior models cannot be knocked down while base to base with this model. He's got Repo 3, and he's got Swift Hunter. So when this model destroys one or more enemy models with a basic ranged attack, immediately after attack is resolved, it can advance up to 2 inches. So he's got Swift Hunter, and he's got 3 range attacks. Interesting. So on his left and right arms, he has a grenade launcher. So 2 grenade launchers. Rat 6, range 10, rate of fire 1, AoE 2, and it's POW 10, blast damage 5. Arc and fire. When attacking with this weapon, this model can ignore intervening models, and then targeting flare. Instead of making an attack with this weapon during its combat action, you can place a 3-inch template anywhere completely within 10 inches of this model, with a center point in this model's line of sight, ignoring intervening models. While a model is within the template, it loses stealth, and models can ignore cloud effects when they're in the line of sight to it. The template remains in play for 1 round. So, if you needed something that was a little bit better shooting than this guy, you could literally throw a flare onto something and go, yeah, everything else is going to get obliterated there. Now, it does say, ignoring intervening models, when a model is within the template, it loses stealth. So he could throw this onto a model and then use his own slow cannon to shoot it, which is mental. He's setting himself up to be a better shooter there. So the slug cannon has the pistol quality, because if you are in combat with him, he's just going to blow you into bits with it. So it is Rat 6, range 8, rate of fire 1, power 16, so it's pretty heavy. It comes with momentum. Small and medium base model directly hit by this attack is slammed D3 inches directly away from the model. The power of collateral damage is equal to the power of this weapon, in addition to suffering a normal damage roll. Large base models hit by this attack become knocked down. He's got reload 1. This model can spend 1 focus or fury point to make 1 additional ranged attack with this weapon during its combat action. And siege weapon, this model gains an additional die to its damage rolls against buildings and huge base models. So you can put 2 basically boosted power 16s into huge base is your 80 mils, which is going to be quite bad for them. So your Striders, your McBoom Boom and stuff are going to suffer there. And then he has his Ripper Shield. So he's base arm 19, Ripper Shield gives him +2 for 21. It's mat 7, range 1, power 18. Wow. It's got beatback, so immediately after making a basic attack, you push an enemy model 1 inch, you can follow up 1 inch directly toward it. And it's got critical shred. On a critical hit, this weapon with this weapon during this model's combat action, after the attack is resolved, this model can make 1 additional attack with this weapon against the model hit. So you're getting a free attack if you crit, which is mental. And then after Razor, we have Sergeant Goran Lazarenko, the Jackal. So he is a Khador SKS 6 Cadre solo. He is a character, so we can only take 1 of them, and he is going to set you back 4 points for 8 boxes. He comes in a 40 mil base. He's got tough, immunity fire, immunity corrosion. He's got Pathfinder, and he has advanced deploy. So speed 6, mat 6, rat 7, def 14, arm 14. So not bad stats all around. He comes with a alchemical mask, so same as Vilkul. He's got marksman. When damaging a warjack or war beast with a ranged attack, choose which column or branch suffers the damage. So if you wanted to take out a certain spiral or system, this guy can target down that if there's already damage done in it. He's got prowl, so he gets stealth if he's got concealment, and he's got repo 3. So his RPG is called the Jackbuster. It's a rat 7, range 12, rate of fire 1, AoE 2, and it's got a power 14, blast damage 7. Brutal damage, so on a direct hit, gain additional die in this weapon's damage rolls against the target directly hit. Critical stagger, on a critical hit, the model hit loses its initial attacks and cannot make power attacks or special attacks for 1 round. That is rough. So you're basically stunning something. So if you had a Colossal or a Jack or a Key model that was going to go in and do a lot of damage for you, and he gets the crit off, it's not doing that anymore. He's got a combat knife down, which is mat 6, range 1, pound 9. So yeah, he's a pretty interesting solo who's just going to go off and nuke things on his own. And then we have the Hounds is the last unit in this. Suppressors, that looks like a mini Mastodon. The Hounds. Here we go. So Khador SKS 6 Cadre unit. The Hounds cost you 8 points and their characters, so you can only take 1 unit on. So you have Teteria, Fedienka, and Scrobala. I've definitely butchered them, so they all have 8 boxes each. So Terraria 1, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Small base model with tough, immunity fire, immunity corrosion, Pathfinder, dual attack, and advanced deploy. So speed 6, mat 6, rat 6, def 14, and arm 15. So she comes with a chemical mask. Geared at this model and friendly models base to base with a gain resistance blast. So if I'm not mistaken, you take 1 less die on, or your opponent rolls 1 less die when determining blast damage against them. Granted inspiration while this model is in play. Models in this unit gain +1 to attack rolls. So you're either mat 6 or mat 7 or rat 7 basically with that. Technically, she's coming with shield while then. So while base to base with 1 or more models in the unit against +2 armor cannot be knocked down. So you're up to arm 17, which is pretty good. She's got the Death Whisper Carbine, which is rat 6, range 8, rate of fire 1, power 6 pistol. and that has armor piercing. So when calculating damage from this weapon, half the base arm stats of the models hit. Now look, it is only power 6, but I don't think you're going to be using this to take out warjacks and stuff like that. You're using this to take out key infantry solos or units, plinking away at them. Battle Shield then is a melee weapon with mat 6, range 1, power 12. Fedeniak 1, same again. Small base, tough, immunity fire, immunity corrosion, pathfinder, dual attack, and advanced deploy. Speed 6, mat 6, rat 6, def 14, arm 15. So again, you've got alchemical mass, you've got girded, you've got shield wall, and then Fedienka is granted Prel. So while this model is in play, models in the unit gain Prel, which is pretty good. And that is bringing in, he or she is bringing in a grenade launcher, which is a pistol quality, rat 6, range 12, rate of fire 1, AoE 2. And then you've got power 12 and then 8 on the blast damage, which has arc and fire. When attacking this model can ignore intervening models, which is pretty good. And again, you got your battle shield there for mat 6, range 1, power 12. Same as the fourth member of the squad. And then finally we have Scrobala 1, which is again small base, tough, immunity, fire and corrosion, pathfinder, dual attack, and AD. So speed 6, rat 6, def 14, arm 15, same across the board. And then you have girded, alchemical mass, shield wall, but you're getting repo 3 when she's in the unit. She is coming, or he, can't remember. It's coming with an assault cannon, which is a pistol quality, rat 6, range 12. It's got a rate of fire of D3 plus 1, so you're getting a maximum of 4 shots with this individual, and power 12. Volume fire then, gain plus 1 to attack and damage rolls with this weapon against medium base models, and plus 2 to attack and damage rolls against larger base models. So going into small based infantry and stuff like that, you're getting rat 7, power 14, and then into anything bigger than a medium base model, you're going up to rat 8, power 14, which is pretty good. And then critical knockdown, a critical hit, the model hit becomes knockdown. Battle shield, mat 6, range 1, power 12. So there's actually a lot to think about here because I kind of like everything and I want everything. But I do think the Gravediggers is where I'm going to be leaning for a while, and I'd say they're kind of the poster boys of Steamforge at the minute because the stuff is just amazing and they're after getting so much of it. But for now, that's going to be it. I've got a lot of stuff to do. According to the list I'm looking at, we get 4 walls and 2 shallow water / hazards. So I'll paint one of these up to look like a shallow pool and the other one to look like an acid pool, just to spice it up and add it to the pool of terrain. But that is it for this review, guys. I'm hoping that the next one that comes out has Dusk in it, because then I'll do another 40-minute video or 50-minute video of me opening it up, gushing over the models, and then reading the rules to you guys. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and make sure you update your apps for the new Warmachine update.